Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the original Golden Power Staff from Power Rangers Zeo. I obviously say original because this is not the 2018 Legacy version. You might have got to see it a bit during the comparison video I did a while back, but I just wanted to do a quick, like, quote-unquote full review on it since I was planning on doing it for the sake of completion of my retro reviews. But anyway, let's get started. As you can see, here it is. Okay, that's it. No, I'm kidding. And this piece right here, to start off, is not a part of it. This is tape because this like dropped when I was younger, and like this piece cracked here, which isn't a huge deal. I don't know, decided to cover it up. And then here the screw part broke, so like I can screw it in, but the panel still comes off, so I had to tape it down. So if you were to get this yourself, not when you were, if you were, you know, it does not have silver tape on it. It does not. But so yeah, that's a thing. But it's pretty par for the course Power Rangers weapon size, you know, pretty small. It doesn't look bad, honestly. I mean, of course, as mentioned in the comparison, the new Legacy one looks a lot better, but look-wise, it's honestly not bad. Like, the gold here looks pretty good. Maybe a smidge cheap, but for the most part, pretty good. Also, scuff marks aren't stuff that's going to be on yours if you were to get it in any better condition, because I've had this for a while. But that honestly doesn't look bad. The little light bulb up here doesn't look bad. It looks a little cheaper here, but still not too terrible. I think the worst looking part of it is just the cheap sort of gray plastic that's used here. It's a little bit bendable, but yeah, it's definitely cheap looking, and you got like the chrome down here, but for the most part it's actually not that bad. Like if you just wanted a smaller little display piece, you know, to put on some sort of Zeo shelf, it's not terrible for that, but it's pretty small, you know, it's a Power Rangers weapon. So, and its sounds are pretty simplistic too. They're just activated by pressing this button. You do get different sounds depending on if you shift this, just like the Legacy one, but we'll go ahead and do that. So you get that sound, and that's it. And if you try to hold it, it'll like keep like looping over itself, so that's kind of weird. And so you get that, and this pops open. And mine's a little bit, I don't know if rusty is the right word, but it's kind of rusty, you know, because like when I pop it open, that's not doing it now, but you can see it's kind of a smidge difficult to get back together. But sometimes when I was to press this button, like just one would pop out, like that's what she said. But yeah, and then to pull this down, you literally just yank it down. There's not a special button really for it like on the regular version, and you don't get any confirmation or anything like that. Like, you know, they don't fax you like confirmation. You change the mode of the gold power staff. And that is the sound you get for that. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Like, this thing was really basic, like a lot of the toys back in the day. You know, there's no voices or theme songs, which of course there really wouldn't be in the basic version that's not a Legacy anyway, but still, pretty basic. But overall, this thing is kind of a mix of aged well and hasn't aged well. Like I said at the beginning, on one hand, it doesn't make too bad of a display piece. It's kind of neat for those of you that just like to own things, you know, for this history's sake. But overall, it's definitely, you know, pretty small. This part bothers me a little bit. And like, so if you really want a gold power staff and you're trying to track one down, I definitely recommend looking at the Legacy version for sure. But there's almost no comparison in the difference between them, not only just in quality, but in the terms of the way they released. But this was what it was, and it's just kind of neat to own from like a, hey, this released during Zeo aspect. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Dawson Rider, signing out.